right before the holidays, I saw an interview on the news where Eric Holder is stopping one of our states for legislating in their state that anyone who votes needs a photo ID. I got pretty upset about that. I can't fly to see my family without a photo ID. I can't cash a check. And the government is, the state is saying they will issue free photo IDs for anybody who doesn't have one. And I'm just wondering how you feel about Eric Holder and state rights. And if this country can't hold a honest election, how can we stand before the world and expect these third world countries to do it?
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. You know, there's not very much that Eric Holder does that I agree with. I have to wonder how it is that the president continues to support him, and the answer must be the president agrees with him. I mean, he wanted to try Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in district court in New York. I mean, can you imagine trying a terrorist, an Al-Qaeda operative in our federal court system with, you know, a lawyer we appointed for you if you can't afford one? I mean, this is, in my view, this is a process which should not be applied to someone like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. And then, of course, there was the Fast and Furious program, which for some time he apparently misled Congress with regards to his knowledge and the time of his knowledge of that program. And then, of course, he decides to sue states that are frustrated that the federal government is not protecting their borders, and that they're being overrun in many cases with crime, with human trafficking. And so some states are stepping in trying to enforce the law, the federal law, and he's suing them to keep them from doing that. I agree with Newt Gingrich on that point, by the way. Day one, I would stop that suit and make sure that states are able to enforce the law. And by the way, I would also make sure the federal government begins enforcing the law so states don't have that same need to do that. And then you mentioned one more. I find it extraordinary that Eric Holder is one more time making a very serious error. The idea that people should not be able to be identified as they vote so that we can know that they're not voting multiple times. I mean, that's the purpose here, of course. We don't want people voting multiple times. And you can get a photo ID free from your state, get it at the time you register to vote. People can get photo ID. Is there anyone here who's over 18 or older that does not have a photo ID? Yeah, that's what I thought. This is all right. This is not like, you know, we all are without photo IDs, and for people who don't have photo IDs, we could actually provide it at the voting place. People could come in, give their name, and give them a photo ID. I mean, there are ways we could do this that would protect our voting system. I believe in one person, one vote. But if other people are fraudulently casting votes, that takes away my right to have my vote counted as a full vote. And so that's one more lawsuit I'd end if I were president of the United States. But, of course, Eric Holder would be long gone by the time I came around. We need a new attorney general.